All right, 5 o'clock. Let's get into the Lions a little bit. If you missed our conversation about Harbaugh and the Michigan QB announcement this weekend, Odyssey.com rewind. It's right there for you.
I'm heartbroken. Pimpleton didn't make the team.
Oh, please. 4
I
feet
bought
tall.
into that story.
Let me tell you, it's going to take everything in my power for me to watch Hard Knocks this week. That show has fallen off a cliff the last couple weeks. But I wanted to bring up something that Jeff brought up in the update there. Yes, we've discussed the backup quarterback thing. Yes, the Lions quarterback room outside of Goff might be the worst in football. This Blau Boyle thing, go get somebody. I mean, Mason Rudolph would be the guy to me. David, has he officially been released?
No.
Not yet?
No. What was it? Rappaport reported that they're looking at trading him.
Yeah, okay.
They're getting calls.
I'm looking at trading Kenny. Newsflash, there's no market. So the point is, look, whether it's Mason Rudolph, I didn't mean that, Kenny. Is Ian Book been released? David, who are the quarterbacks who have been released today?
I actually haven't seen many releases today when it comes to the quarterbacks. So I think teams are waiting for the 4 p.m. deadline.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Well, look, there's going to be...
Carson Strong, I think, is the only one that's out there.
Correct. That's the only one so far.
Bring him in. And it's not just because I like him from Nevada and he wears a sick knee brace. Just bring him in because he can't be worse than Blau and Boyle, and maybe there's some untapped potential. But the thing I wanted to talk about is more of a Rico special. You heard the news there. Jeff Okudah earned a starting spot. Now, look, let's leave out the snark and the smug comments. Clearly, I'm not an Okudah guy, and I think he stinks so far. But Rico kind of changed hearts and minds this spring, where it was, look, the guy's been hurt. It's year 3. Unfortunately, we've let a couple of signature bad moments paint maybe an unfair picture. Yeah. Step 1 was rehabilitation to the point you can play. Check. Step 2, earn a starting spot. Okay, check. So now, what's the next checkpoint? And what I mean by that is it's not good enough to go out and be bad. It's not good enough to go out and be average. My world, he needs to go out and not even be a lead corner. I am forgetting about where they took him. These guys didn't take him. What I need from you is be a good second corner, a good complementary corner. Be good. I don't need you to be the best in the league, but be good. Be a contributor. Be a net positive. Am I setting the bar too low, too high?
No, I don't think you are, Mike. I think I would even say to the fact where the corners become 1A and 1B. That's my next step for him, where you're not the second corner. You're making teams focus on the nickel corner.
Oh, he's even higher than my expectations.
Because asking him to go out there and play well and live up to the reason why they took him that high, I don't think that's asking too much. Now, granted, he was coming off the injury. I don't take much from him preseason, but the pass breakup that he had near the goal line, I'm like, yes, that's what I need to see against real receivers. Now, I understand not real receivers. But, yeah, I want it to be where he is 1A and 1B, where you can almost interchange your corners and put them on, either the top receiver or the second receiver, and there's not that big of a difference.
Man, I 1A, 1B, David? 1A, 1B, Kenny? I'm just looking at him. Can you be a distinct number 2 but not be a liability?
No,
Don't be a problem for my defense.
Don't end up on the ground every other play.
If this team is going to be good, you need people to make the steps like that where they start living up to expectations and don't have the bar so low that all you got to do is just take a half-inch step and you clear it.
I've just let it go. Being straight with you. I've just let go of all the expectation. Now it's just, all right, you're here, you're healthy. Can you be half of what we drafted you to be?
Stay healthy, go out there, contribute. And I'm not saying instantly become that guy, but a lot of the cornerback position, the swagger comes with confidence. Get your confidence up. Go out there and make some big plays, and then you get better and better and better. But right now, his biggest thing, stay on the field, stay healthy, start making some plays so that by the end of the year, you got corners that are 1A and 1B. I don't think that's asking too much.
248-539-9797. I want to know where you guys are at with Okudah. Kind of a forgotten guy. Everyone talking about Hutchinson. Everybody talking about Rodrigo. I think we should be talking about some of the injuries on the defensive side of the ball where a couple of guys are still in bubble wrap, but I don't want to get negative today. But the Okudah thing, guys, he's kind of checked every box on the comeback. He beat out Will Harris, which is no great shakes because Will Harris stinks. But look, now you got to be a net positive. Maybe Rico and I are slightly different on it, but I mean, David, Kenny, where are you guys? Are you out on this? Are you coming to this side where you're keeping hope alive?
Hold on, David. Let me put it like this, Mike. Perhaps maybe the goal is this, that when his contract is up, you want to re-sign him. You want to bring him back in the fold. You're not ready to just let him walk. And it's not saying he's going to break the bank and get some type of Jalen Ramsey type of deal. But when his contract, before it's up, you're like, you know what? We need to lock this guy up right here, right now, because we got pieces in place. Let's make this thing happen. Go ahead, David.
Well, that's what I was going to kind of say. I want him to be an asset for this regime. He was not drafted by them, so I want him to show that he could be an asset. I'm not saying he has to be 1A, 1B. But I want him to be someone that doesn't hurt your team. And they say, you know what? He's within our rotation. He's number 2.
But, David, if he's not a 1A or 1B, then, you're not re-signing him because at that point he's dime a dozen. I can go draft somebody or find somebody else to fill that second corner role.
But I'm not looking at him again as being the number 3 overall selection anymore. I'm looking at a guy that is recovering from an injury that can now be something for me. He's never going to live up to number 3 in my mind. Never going to do that. I just want him to not hurt my team, but be more of a plus while he's on the field than a negative. That's it.
Way to set that bar high.
But why should we set it high?
Because I hear the expectations of how the Lions are going to be this team. They're going to make this leap. They're going to win 8-9 games this year. In order to win 8-9 games, you need people to really step up. You can't be mediocre and have a 6-game and win 6 more games.
I think you can be mediocre defensively in today's NFL. I think their offense is going to be very good.
Okay.
I've given my reasons why. I just don't think that my optimism for the team centers around Jeff Okudah.
I don't think their running game is going to be as good as you think, Mike, and that's not a slam against
but it was top
Swift.
10 last year, and the offensive line was never healthy.
Okay, but that was last year, Mike. I'm watching what I saw. I'm just like,
what did you see? The preseason don't mean duty.
The back, aside from the one big run that they got on 3rd and 17, I really wasn't that impressed with the run game.
But it's the preseason.
Understand, but Pittsburgh had their main guys out there.
I know. All right.
Okay, now if Pittsburgh,
did you have your quarterback out there?
No.
Then I'm not evaluating anything we're talking about.
You know what? Fair.
I mean, that's just how I look at it, but I'm also a Richard.
It's fair, but but I'm looking at just the run game of, okay, can you get this? Can the running backs? Man, TJ Watt, it was like he was in the huddle, like, okay, we're running that play.
Well,
okay, on 3, break.
In a lot of those plays when you have TJ Hawkinson trying to block him, he doesn't have a shot against TJ Watt.
I was just like, does he know the plays? I mean, seriously, he was in the backfield. It seemed like each play, like, wow, this guy looks really good. I know, preseason. Don't even know why he was playing, David. I really don't. But we'll see. But I just think that in order to get there, man, you're gonna have to win some games with your defense, Mike. And you're gonna need some players to step up. And by stepping up, that means becoming a next level type of thing, not just okay, not just mediocre.
248-539-9797. David, give me a few ticket texts. What do we got, buddy?
Yeah, text coming in saying that's why I wanted Malik Willis to be drafted by the Lions in the second round.
All right, timeout. This was something I was going to bring up earlier, and then people flooded the lines with the Harbaugh thing. I don't care what he's looked like in preseason. I take a lot more stock into what he's practicing like, what NFL insiders are talking about, that Tennessee's very high on Malik Willis. Why is it relevant? Because a lot of people talked about Malik Willis here. And no, they didn't do something stupid and take him number 2 overall. But they also passed on him in the second round, and I passed on him in the third. And Tennessee took him. And look, they've got Ryan Tannehill. But there are a lot of smart people who cover football who believe that Malik Willis is making waves in Tennessee, that, look, maybe Tennessee believes they found something. I wonder if there is a little buyer's remorse as it would relate to the quarterback position. That, look, your second-round pick is in bubble wrap. Paschal, who's a nice player from Kentucky, but he's hurt. Yeah. And we're sitting here talking about Blau and numbnuts, Boyle. And it's like, what would the attitude be if Malik Willis were here? You know?
Oh, I can tell you what the attitude would be. He needs to start. You just go ahead and play him right away. Get this thing going. But every time we talk about preseason, Mike, as you just told me 3-4 minutes ago, the caveat is, but it's preseason.
Right.
Let me see what else you can do. Now, the thing about Willis, I was not a big fan of bringing him in. He has potential. You hope that if you're Tennessee, that he could develop into that starter. But I don't see him taking over that role anytime soon. I think it's fun. It's exciting. You can think and like, oh, maybe we got something here. I'm not sold on him. If he were a stock, I don't know if I'm buying that stock right now.
248-539-9797. David, go ahead.
Yeah, someone say, Mike, Rico, why did it take all offseason for Holmes and Campbell to realize they need a better backup? Why are we waiting till now, they're saying?
Because, again, you weren't going to go out and pay $16 million over 2 years for Tyrod Taylor. You're not going to – it's just not what you do.
Yeah, this is actually the smart way of doing it. You wait till somebody hauls their quarterback out to the curb, you drive down the street, you put him in the back of your pickup truck, and now he's a Lion. Now you got a backup QB.
Right. I'm not killing him for not having one yet.
If they start the season – with one of these two?
Right. I'm going to crush him if, God forbid, Goff rolls an ankle in week 2, and I got to look at Tim Boyle finishing out again. I mean, I can't.
I think Blau's going to get it, but
fine. Yeah. They both stink. I mean, honestly, Rico, they stink.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes down to the fact that Blau got a touchdown at the end of the game, man, how bad is this backup QB room?
Very. David, one more, and then we'll get to the business.
Agree with Rico by middle of the season, though. Hopefully, Okudah's 1A or 1B. His floor should be the number 2.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Because yes, you took him number 3 for a reason. Just go out there and be okay. No, be better than okay.
I just view it that guy's dead.
He's not.
Okay, I'm
DeAndre Swift, maybe, but.
It's just unbelievable.
I know. You know what, Mike? You didn't need to take that stray bullet. I'm sorry.
That was just unreal.
That was mean and hurtful.
I want DeAndre to have a
Yes,
huge
David,
game.
you know what? That's a flag on me.